I think it's safe to say that the fragrance space here on YouTube is a beautiful escape for many of you. Unfortunately, it can come at a cost. That cost is reality. Let me explain. What I'm going to share with you in this video will not apply to all of you, but it may apply to most of you. You might even feel personally attacked by something I say in this video. If that is the case, know that it's not my intention. But most importantly, if you do happen to feel this way, it might be because somewhere deep down you agree. We're going to talk about the difference between self-confidence and self-image. What is high self-confidence? In my experience, it means you function well in a particular arena or several arenas with a particular set of skills. By nature, as you can tell, it's limited. It is generally gained through the accomplishment of tasks or goals and the approval from others of said tasks and goals. Something like a promotion at work, or maybe acing a test, or performing well in a sport, etc. It could also come with the presence of some kind of additive in your life, like clothing of some kind, cars, a home, and other aesthetics. Associated with that is also the approval from others of those things. As you can see, something that comes with self-confidence a lot of the time is the approval of others. It's almost like permission to feel good about yourself. Now, when it comes to popular fragrance content in this space, which generally revolves around the idea of certain fragrances doing things for you, like getting compliments, getting you noticed, killing ladies, still don't get that. What is really happening under the surface here is that fragrances are being touted as a tool to supplement your self-confidence. With me so far? Now, if you approach your fragrances this way, what I'm about to say next is for you. All of this is true. Fragrances can supplement your self-confidence. However, it's not what it seems. Think about it. It's literally short-lived. You spray your fragrance on, it immediately starts evaporating, and it will eventually evaporate. There goes your self-confidence. What now? Sure, you can spray more on, but I think you can see the problem here. Leaning on your fragrance as a tool to improve your self-confidence is like trying to fill a bucket that has a hole in the bottom. You will continually and perpetually have to refill it in order to feel valuable and whole. And obviously this applies to more than just fragrances, but this is a fragrance channel, so that's what we're going to talk about. Now let's shift our focus to self-image. What is a high self-image? In my opinion, self-image is self-confidence's wiser and more rare brother. High self-image means that you are confident in any arena because you know your self-worth. Now, this is more of an active pursuit based on discipline, because not only does it require you to adopt positive habits, it also requires you to reject negative ones. Most of us go through our lives never being exposed to this idea explicitly. We are instead encouraged a lot of the time to seek our comfort zones and accept our limits for what they are. But growing your self-image requires a growth mindset, one that welcomes the big C word. Change. Change is one of the absolute hardest aspects of being human for most people. It takes courage to pursue it. Now, courage does not mean you're not afraid. It means that you move despite the fear. If you want to improve your self-image, here are some things to consider. This is where some of the toe stepping might occur, if it hasn't already. Things to stop doing. Guys, this is for you in particular. This is a big one. This is probably one of the most important ones. You need to stop engaging in pornography. I know that's coming out of left field. Feels like you might be serving yourself, but deep down you are breaking your soul and you are constructing a reality inside of your mind that is just not real. And I think many of you already know this and you feel this. Get it out of your life as soon as you can. Another thing is bad association. These might be people in your life that you might consider friends, but all they really want to do is numb out with you. And there's a lot of ways to do that. And they don't actually want to see you succeed beyond where they are. This is where you might have friends say things like, oh, you're getting brand new, or oh, you think you're too good for us, when you start to move ahead or progress or move on. Spending immeasurable time on social media and television. This one speaks for itself. Investing your money and time into addictive behaviors. Fragrance can be one of those behaviors. I'm not telling you what to do, but all I'm saying is you know in your heart what feels right and what doesn't. You just have to pause and think about it for a second. Finally, treating fragrances as if they are a long-term solution for your happiness. I think that's what keeps a lot of us continually buying and acquiring and looking for the next big thing and looking for the next new thing. It's that pursuit of happiness. No Will Smith. But happiness, as we know, is conditional, therefore it is temporary. It comes and goes. I think joy is the thing to seek, but we'll save that for another time. Now, here are some things to start doing. Drink more water. Again, out of left field, I know. Why? I mean, water is life. There's no getting around that. Try to go a day without water, see how you feel. And also, for those of you guys who complain about bad performance with certain fragrances, it actually might help. You need to hydrate. If you are dehydrated, your skin is dehydrated. Even if it doesn't feel like it on the surface, that doesn't help you with fragrances lasting a longer time. So drink more water. How much to drink? That's up to you. You can do your research and figure out how much water you should be drinking. There's a lot of answers to that question, but you know what to do. Eat better. Again, so many avenues to explore with that. I'm not going to go into that right now. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not a nutritionist. But fast food, at the very least, start cutting that out. Exercise. Kind of an overwhelming topic because there's so many ways to do it. But my advice would be to start small. Maybe start with a little bit of cardio, like some jump rope or a treadmill. Even walking on the treadmill is great. And maybe do some isometric exercises. That's what I do. I do a lot of push-ups and planks and squats and basically body weight exercises. You don't have to run out and get a gym membership because, again, that can be overwhelming. There's stuff you can do at home and there's plenty of guides online. Establish a monthly budget so you can get control of your money. I know this can also be overwhelming because money is not something we always want to talk about, something we carry a lot of shame with, and I'm not a financial advisor, but what I can at least help you do to start is take an honest look at the money that goes out of your account and into your account every month. Put those amounts next to each other and see how you feel about it. Decide what needs to change. Read books, watch videos, listen to podcasts that inspire you, not just entertain you. On the internet, we seek entertainment so fervently because we seek to numb in some ways, to, again, escape from the woes of real life. And that's nice, but at the end of the day, you shut off that computer or you close Instagram, welcome back to the real world. What are you going to do? Instead, focus that time and energy on things that inspire you to want to move forward or do more or do greater things, progress, move on in some way. We talked about bad association before. Let's talk about good association. Find people that are going in the direction you want to go, not just living the same year on repeat. If you have a job and you're not making enough money, either look into a secondary source of income or start planning to ask for a raise at your job. If you are an employee, you are not paid what you're worth, you are paid what your position is worth. But under the right circumstances, you can ask for more. If you don't like your job, look for a new job. You're not trapped. I know it may feel like you are, but you are not trapped where you are. You are not a slave. You are not an indentured servant. Again, you are worth infinitely more than your job because your time costs way more than you're being paid and even far more than your company is bringing in every year. The value of human life outweighs any amount of dollars. Money is limitless and abundant. Your time is not. Find people who are living the way you want to live. Again, speaking about positive association. Not just doing the things you like to do, living how you want to live. Learn from them, do research, ask questions. We're often asked from a young age, what do we want to do with our lives? The answer is,
I don't know.
But rather, I think if we're asked, how do we want to live? We set the destination first, and then we build the path there. Now, that path may not involve doing what you love, even though it is preached to us that we need to do that. Find what you love, and you'll never work a day in your life. That is not true. Work is work. And honestly, turning a hobby into a job makes that hobby very old. Doing anything for 8 to 10 hours a day, 40 hours a week or more, that gets old. Nothing is that fun. And finally, when it comes to fragrances, focus on what you love first. Not only, but first. And when you've grown your self-image, this will be a no-brainer. I want to know what you think down in the comments. Again, if you were offended, just trying to make everyone think here and give you something a little bit different than just more fragrance recommendations. Let's step off of the hamster wheel for a moment. I'll see you in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.